In today's video, we're going to be going over the brand new XShot Hypergel Nightmare. This blaster has been leaked ever since September, and I finally got one in January. If you've been watching me recently, you might have seen me go over the XShot Hypergel Night Strike, which was decently good, but I was a little let down. But hopefully this blaster is much better than that one. As you can see, it kind of looks like it has some features from the XShot HPG 700, which we have all the way up there. But I really like the design of this one a lot more. But without further ado, let's get right into unboxing this thing and see what we got. Okay, let's get right into unboxing this thing. Start off by cutting these pieces of tape right there. Pull this thing out. And there we got the blaster itself. Starting off, we got 10,000 rounds of glow-in-the-dark ammo, instruction manuals. We got a pair of green protective eyewear. I'm gonna put that on for the rest of the video. We also have a refill bottle, battery charger, the XShot Hypergel Nightmare itself, along with the battery in the battery tray. And then last but not least, we got the 700 round magazine. And here, basically, we got everything. Put the instruction manuals aside. What we can do is get the battery hooked up to the blaster itself. And then we can take this. Oh, maybe. There we go. Slip the magazine in just like that. And the blaster is all set. And already blaster is sounding pretty good. Sounds very similar to the HPG 700 already though. So other than this blaster, we got the long strand of 10,000 rounds of glow-in-the-dark ammo. We will be shooting glow-in-the-dark ammo out of this blaster since it does have a built-in trace unit right up here. You can see it in action by turning on the switch right here, and you can see that start to light up. Then to turn it back off, you just press that. Then we have the big refill bottle. You can put quite a few rounds of ammo in there. On this, we have a sling clip which does not come off, which is really weird. I wish you could put like a stock on this. And that is a pretty small hole for a sling clip. We also have a pretty light design on this blaster. We have Picatinny rails on the bottom, sides, and top. That allows you to have a red dot sight if you want to. You can put a laser or flashlight on the side, or even a foregrip up here if you really want to. We have a much shorter barrel than the regular HPG 700 too. I really like that you can see right into the internals just like the Night Strike. This is the trigger right here. You have safety, which won't allow you to shoot. You have semi-automatic. Then you have full auto. Then up here you have the power adjuster. High power is all the way in the front of the blaster, low power is all the way in the back. To release the magazine, you have this big magazine release switch right here. Press that in, and then the magazine comes right out. And then to load this, all you do is open that door right there, and then you could take a refill bottle like this and just push it in there. Anyways, we could insert the magazine back into the blaster. The battery is quite big for this blaster. I'm excited to see what kind of FPS we can get with it. Up here we also have a movable front iron sight, which moves around a little too easy, I think. I feel like if you were to use this during a gel blaster war a lot, this would slide right off. We also have a back iron sight at the back. We have really cool green design art on the sides of it. We can see the motor right in there. And overall, the blaster is really, really cool. But without further ado, I say we get right into the FPS and accuracy test to see how fast this blaster shoots. But the ammo we're going to be using is not like the ammo that I usually use. We're going to be using some of Emerboo's hardened gel so I can get the best performance out of this blaster. I think that's all we're going to need for this test, so let's get right into it. Okay, so we're going to be starting off on low power for this test. Shot 159.5, shot 250.3, shot 348, shot 460, and shot 572.7. I guess towards the back is full power, and towards the front is the lowest power. 78.1, 61.9, 132.2, 116.3, 114.5, 119.3, 108.4. That's definitely wrong. But right around that 110 to 120 feet per second mark, those first few shots must have been duds. Let's see how many RPS this thing shoots. We're going to put up to the fullest power for the best results. Looks like it needs more ammo. Okay, now let's see. Shooting right around exactly 10 rounds per second, which is actually pretty decent for this blaster. But anyways, let's see how accurate this thing is now. Let's see how accurate this thing is. Put it on full auto. Right now. Stick that tape right back up onto there. But as you can see, not that bad of a grouping whatsoever. gone out. As you can see, grouping is actually pretty decent on this thing. Trigger response on this thing on semi-automatic is much better than the Night Strike, I'd say, but it definitely could use a little improvement. If you shoot too fast, it'll just cut out, which is what most blasters do anyways. But on fully automatic, as you can see this group right here, that's actually a pretty compact grouping, but that also probably helps because of the bullets I'm using. But as you can see, it's really accurate on semi-automatic if you actually hold it right. But anyways, you're not going to see the segment right now. As you can see out the window, it is really bright out, but I'm going to film this segment at night, but you're going to see it right now. Okay, we have the gun right here. Turn the tracer unit on, and let's see how it shoots. Overall, pretty good. A few minor misfeeding errors, but still pretty good value. So overall, I like the blaster, but I don't love it. It's definitely a great option if you want to have a blaster that looks like this and actually be able to shoot glow-in-the-dark bullets. And having a 700-round magazine size and not having a hopper on top is actually really good. If you guys didn't know, I absolutely hated the HPG 700 just because the FPS on it was just not great at all. And people are saying it's just mine, but honestly, I've seen 2 blasters of the HPG 700 not work that well. So it's very common. But anyways, unlike the HPG 700, this one actually claimed 180 feet per second on the box, unlike the HPG 700 where it claims 200. And it still did not reach that 180 feet per second mark, but it was a little bit close when you're on full power. But some good things about this blaster, like I said, it has pretty good trigger response compared to the Night Strike, but it still isn't all there. You have a really good RPS rate for a blaster of this size and that much power though. Along with that, you have a bunch of customizability options that you can put on this thing. You can also turn the tracer unit on and off to preserve battery life if you don't want to use it. But this thing up here, you could just like... That was embarrassing. But overall, blaster is pretty cool to use. Definitely wouldn't recommend it over most things that I go over. I'd much rather get the Surge XL, but a bunch of you guys hate the Surge XL for some reason. But go ahead and buy what you want. I can't tell you what to buy, but I could definitely recommend you. So just in case you do want to get this blaster, I'll link it down in the description. If you guys want to see me compare this to the Night Strike, make sure you leave a comment down below to let me know. If you haven't already, make sure you watch my Night Strike review, which you can watch up there. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you in that video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the longly awaited XShot Hypergel Night Strike. I pre-ordered this blaster in September of last year, and I finally got my hands on it as of January 5th. I paid $40 for this blaster, which actually is not as much as I would have thought this would be. XShot used to have the $40 trace fire, which they do still sell, but it's usually around that $30 to